Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin and welcome to the first day of a Cabinet of Curiosiprompts. That's hashtag Curiosiprompts, which is a month-long artsy little challenge that I am hosting with my friend Tiff over at Amethyst Raven 342. Make sure that you check her out. All of her info will be linked below. The announcement video will be linked below. The playlist, the Pinterest board, my socials, my Patreon, all those things are linked in the description box below. You just hit see more and then you see more. You can get all that information there. If you haven't already, this prompt list is available on my blog, so you can pick it up there. You can pick it up on her page. You can pick it up all sorts of places. We got it for you. And yeah, we're jumping into it. Today is the first day. I'm very excited. Very excited. I have a thought. I have I want to say a wisp of a thought. An inkling, if you will, of what I'm going to do for this challenge overall. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. I don't even know what to expect tomorrow, let alone today. But we're going to see what happens. So for today, the prompt for today is somniate, which is a verb, which means to dream or make sleepy. So that's what we're working with. We're working with Mr. Sandman today, and I am making tags all this month because I decided to make things simple on myself and make a tag. So I took this watercolor pad and I cut it down into tag shape, and these are going to be my tags. So that's what we're doing. I do kind of already know what I'm going to do for this tag in particular, but I don't know how it's going to turn out because it's been a minute since I've made tags. Honestly, I thought about this earlier, stencil, when I was like, I'm going to do a tag challenge, and don't mind me, I'm digging for stuff. I'm going to do a tag challenge. And it's going to be so easy and so straightforward, and just like a nice little carefree stroll through, you know, a 31-day prompt challenge, and it's not going to be a big deal at all. And then I was like, you have not made a tag, like, solo mio tag like this in quite a while. Like, you know, I've made a bunch of ephemera tags and stuff like that. I've made, you know, the stuff you guys have watched me make. But, like, I haven't just stopped to be like, let's make an artsy, fun tag thing, you know? I haven't done that in a minute. So this is going to be, interesting, to say the least. Because once I started, like, planning out what I was going to do, it was like, I don't know why I'm putting this away like I'm never going to use it again. It was one of those things where I was like, you're going to need a bunch more stuff than you have on your desk to pull this off. Mr. Rusty Dusty tried and true here. And yeah, it became quite a bit more involved, like getting ready for this whole challenge than I thought it was going to be. Because I was like, oh, I just made a simple tag. But when has a tag ever been, when have I ever been simple? Every time I say simple, I realize I have lied to myself egregiously. So yeah, we're going to find out what happens here. Oh, I'm going to have to push harder. With these prompts in this challenge, I'm going to try to not do the thing where I go like extra hard in the sauce and make myself crazy. I'm going to try not to do that because I don't want to go crazy, and I don't want to burn out within like the first, you know, 2 days of doing the challenge either. Hopefully this is hard enough. Well, the good news is we did make an impression. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's more for just fun texture bits. Pushing as hard as I can. The problem is that I'm in this standing mode for my desk, which makes it particularly precarious. So trying not to wobble everything around, that's much better. As I push. So that's what I am trying to avoid, is chaotic wobbling of sorts. Oh, and I'm also spilling my coffee, which I just realized because the paper towel got wet, and it was right next to my coffee cup. So yeah, it gets a lot wobblier the lot higher it gets. That's the only downside to this desk. So it'll come together. I'm not super worried about it, honestly. It does take a surprising amount of upper body strength, though, to like stamp through a stencil. Things they didn't teach you in art class. So that's all for that. Let's set this aside. Get a dry paper towel. All right, and then we're gonna grab some texture paste. I know. I own so much and use so little, which is so weird because when I started it was all like mixed media type of stuffs. And then I sort of gradually phased that out to get more into like paper crafting. Like heavy paper, like heavy on the paper, not like this is only paper craft. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't use a lot of this stuff as much as I should because my focus has been so paper driven. But we're going to go for a very thin layer because I want it to dry today. It's a rainy day here. So yeah, it's a little humid, which will definitely slow down the dry time. Also realizing that this stencil has lots of ink on it, which I probably should have wiped off before I started. It doesn't matter. It's just going to add to the final effect here. But this is the, I should have said, this is the translucent grit paste. And so, yeah, it's going to dry clear, which means that theoretically, depending on whatever ink was on top of this stencil, I don't know, we're going to have some see-through stars. Okay, I'm not trying to save this for anything else. We can wipe that off. I'm not going to put that back in the bottle. Ooh, and I already got cross-contamination like nobody's business. Ugh. Okay. So, look at that. Very nice. Very nice impressions here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to let this dry, and then we're going to come back, which is the other hard part about filming mixed media e-tags, is that I have to wait for stuff to dry. And in this case, I want it to dry normally. Normally I would speed it up with my heat tool and be like, hurry up! But I don't want it to be textured or bumpy or more than what it already is. I want it to dry as it is. And then we'll come back to it. So, movie magic. Okay, so we're back. And it's dry. It's dry, okay? But, those of you who are not me, and therefore highly intelligent individuals, may have gathered that the ink that I was like, oh, there's ink on top of this stencil, was the archival ink itself. That I'd stamped on top of it just moments before, which has unfortunately turned my translucent stars into bluish black stars. So, yeah, the text is there, so the desired effect was had. I just don't have two brain cells to rub together. It's also storming. So, perfect time to work on something to make you sleepy and stuff. And I forgot the stencil at the sink because I'm bringing it back because this isn't gonna do. Oh, it's still wet. Okay, so having learned my lesson, but not really, we're gonna move on and keep going. And first, I'm gonna dry this off. Yeah, I realized it afterwards when I went to go wash the stencil and was like, huh, all the text is gone. And then I was like, oh, because you mixed it right into the texture paste. Brilliant. Which is another way that, you know, it's been a while since I've done something like this, because, yeah, should have known. So, we're going to attempt to line this back up. Take a piece of the tape that I didn't need to put away and almost did. Struggle with it again. And we are going to roll with it because I do want these to have some sort of special quality about them. I'm going to use my dauber, my little embossing dauber here, and really like press it in. With the goal being to catch all the stars, all the raised bits. They're in here, which I can safely say I think I did probably a little bit more fervently than I needed to. I should keep blanks for stuff, you know, to like do the runoffs, because I could, you know what I mean? Hold on. I have all this scrapbook paper just sitting here, doing nothing for nobody. This will work. No, it will not. So that didn't work at all like I thought it would. It didn't even go through the other side. Interesting. So it's fine. This paper just has more interest than it did before. Have I just forgotten how everything works? Is that what's happened? It's been so long since I've had a proper sit-down mixed media tag session that I'm like brand new to everything again. That would be exciting, actually. Where's my junky paper? So I'm gonna take some Lost Shadow embalming glaze, and then we're going to embalm. So this will have two effects. It will make everything shiny, but it will also, whatchamacallit, give us more of a resist than the stars on their own would have. Some of these I got particularly messy on, so I'm not going to try to like outline every single star because we'll be here all day. But I am going to try to like separate them a bit, because yeah, I came in with the heaviest of hands. Probably was not necessary here. It was more necessary when I was stamping out the text. Ooh, I love the sound of thunder. You guys love it? I love it. Nico does not love it, but she's not afraid of it, you know, like she's not the type to go like run and hide when it's like super rainy. She just stays in the bedroom. So that's where she is at. Okay, so we'll get this out of the way. This out of the way, and we'll get the heat tool in here. Brace your ears, guys. Okay, interesting. So Lost Shadow is like a very light, cool tone gray color. But in most of my use of it, it has been nearly completely clear. Like almost super clear. But if you guys can see, make sure we're in focus here. I can't tell because I'm sitting. Okay, I see. You see, like, it did something weird. Like, it's darker than I've ever seen it, which is interesting. But also, you can see that the base color for archival ink is blue. So that's like, it's a super dark blue that they turn into black, because that's what's picked up on here. So that's really interesting. It did what I wanted, though, so that's good. So now we can add some color to this and make something happen, right? So I have a blending brush. I have a couple colors. I don't know what direction I want to go. I guess, ooh, not like that. We'll start from the bottom, and now we're here. And we're just gonna add in some color. I wasn't trying to do anything super crazy with this one, but we'll see. We'll see where the winds take us, because already we're off rails. But the cool thing about using the embossing powder on top of the stars is that it's going to be a resist, so I'll be able to wipe off any of the distress oxides that are on top if I had left it as is, because the texture paste is porous. It would absorb the color that was going on top of it and therefore defeat the purpose, although the translucent one is a little bit glossier than the other one, so maybe yes, maybe no. But what was the other point I was trying to make? It acts as a resist, and who knows? Who knows where I was going with that? I'm gonna add in our darker color. Oh, the other point was that it smoothed out the rough parts of the texture paste because it's a grit paste, so I don't have to deal with like blending over grit, which is slightly unpleasant sensation wise. It's not really that big of a deal. Just want to make sure I get a nice gradient in there. And I want it to be more blue than purple, so I'm going to come in with a sort of heavier end here. So I'm using Stormy Sky, Chip Sapphire, and Seedless Preserves. Those are the colors. What is that? Oh, it's in a drawer. And now we're going to blend down. So what I did was just wipe off my brush to get the extra color off, so I don't drag color down, because I'm just trying to blend it out. And then we're going to end with this color, which I know is very different than the colors we have used, but trust the process, guys. Just a fun little pop of color, but don't worry, it's not staying that way, because we're gonna add a little bit more blue and drag that up to make more of a purple tone. Ta-da! So there. And this is the point in the story where we have gotten as far ahead as I have planned for this tag. So, it's anyone's guess what happens now. Clean this up, and we'll use our little damp edge. Wipe over the stars. It's going to pick up some of the background. I'm not worried about it. It's just going to add to the dreamy feel. In fact, I'm going to carry that down the way as well. So I'm just looking for any lingering bits of ink that I missed. And then I think we'll spritz it. Let that soak in for a sec. And then we're gonna lift it off. Yes. So we have this like nice dappled colored starry sky sort of deal. And then I probably could use a regular blending tool for this, but I don't want to pick it up. We're gonna frame it a little bit more because I want it to be dreamier. And I'm thinking, as I'm cleaning, as to what else I would like to do with this today. Let me think. Okay, I'm back with a kind of idea. Okay, I found this in my stash, which is one of those Dollar Tree wooden chipboard type cutouts. I also found this, which is a solid piece of wood that has a moon on it. So a moon in our night sky. That's what we're working with. I did kind of try to like cut it down thinner because it is a very solid chunk, but it is a solid chunk. So what we're gonna do though is start here with this guy and that storm, because I want him to stand out, and he does not currently. So embossing dauber, activate. We're going to emboss. Surprise, surprise! Priscilla's embossing something. And I have some of this white pearl embossing powder, which I think will look great against our background. Come on. We might have to do it a few times. I don't know how opaque this white pearl is, so we'll find out together. I set it down and then a bunch of it just fell right off. Ugh. I did get a new mat to put underneath my craft mat, my glass mat, so it doesn't slide around anymore. But also to catch all that little dusty bits. It's really big, so I can just pull the whole mat off and shake it out. Your ears. Have to leave it running while they re-dusted. But yeah, the sound effects are brought to you by the storm, everybody. Ooh, I'm gonna sneeze. Don't sneeze. hold. Ugh. I think 2 will be fine. But it's this really pretty, like, shimmery white color. Which I think will look appropriately dreamy against our backdrop here. I might have just dropped off all of that was on it. Alright, so like that. That's pretty. Okay. Oh, it's still hot. Look what I did. Oh gosh. It's okay. It's nothing some more melting cannot do. I didn't think it would still be hot. It even stuck to my nail. I don't know why I just let it run. The sound is soothing, I guess. So yeah, we're going extra quadruple thick layers of embossing, which I will now know not to stick my fingers directly on because it's very thick, so it takes longer to dry, Priscilla. Oh my gosh. Well, the good news about making these solo standoff tags is that I will be getting a lot of practice this month. I'm getting back to my roots ears. Okay, for the third and final time, we are done. Don't touch it. Stop inhaling it as well, because that's not helping you. Okay. You can just chill there and cool off on your lonesome while we continue to work on things and stuff in things, and somehow, as per usual, embossing powder is everywhere. I need one of those, like, those little trays, you know, like the ones that have the little pour spout that you pour it back into the thing, but like a big wide one, so that I have space to make this mess that I am always making somehow. Okay, so I have some book page. This one says Cradle Song, which I think hits the Somniate sort of thing, because it's sleep, baby, sleep, while father tends the sheep, and mother from the slumber tree shakes down a little dream for thee, sleep, baby, sleep. That's cute. So I kind of want to, like, tear it, you know, like wavy. But I do want to keep the word cradle song in there. So I kind of want to, like, this, right? And then I want to tear more, you know, this way. Like more loopities this way, so that we have like some cloud shapeage happening. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. I think it makes sense. It's not a complicated concept. So what I need to see, I don't even have to have that much stuck because we can use the others. Stuckage, and then we're gonna use some Stormy Sky. That's the alcohol ink one. Where's the color dauber? Color. Do I have a blue sponge or do I need to start a new sponge? Questions to ask, but it's right out of my range. Oh, I guess I don't have a blue one? Weird. I have green on my fingers now. So let's load this up a bit. Get the cat hair off. And we're just gonna very lightly do up the edges. And I'm only doing that so that there's like a distinction. Know what I mean? Which one is better? I guess it doesn't really matter. After the cradle song. And then, if it's too pointy, I can depoint. That's my chair. I didn't just like fart on camera. Or did I? No, I'm kidding. I didn't. I might be a heathen in all the ways, but I am a lady. I will burp on camera, though. So there's that. I think I've done that before. Not on purpose. But, like, you know, I'm not running to turn the camera off. Look at these crazy cheap nails. Oh, well. They were going to get tore up anyways. Okay. So, let's get some glue in here. And see if we've created a nice, sleepy scenery. Oh, there's rust because I lost my nail. So I'm using a non-stainless steel nail. A pin, not nail. A nail is drastically different. So yeah, I guess I gotta buy a new pin. And clean out this little faucet because it is all kinds of stuffed. I just want some glue, please, sir. Okay. Well. It'll work. It's been a minute since I've crafted anything. I took a break. Took a nice long break. Had to do some doctor stuff. So in the meantime, my craft supplies have been calling out to me. Priscilla, where are you? And I've been over here because I needed it. I needed the break, and it was welcome. Although I did miss crafting every second of every day. Gonna cut these bottom ones off just so I can see what I'm working with as we build in our cloud shapes. I want to preserve the sleep words a little bit. You know, like this. Maybe, yes, much better. So if you could help me here with this process, I would be grateful, glue. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to clean this out. It's like all rusted up. That's fine. I don't know why I glued the whole thing like it was all gonna go down in here. Getting glue everywhere. Now I just don't want to drag glue around, so we're cutting it off. Okay, making a mess. And the last piece to just cover up the rest. Oh, I love it. It's a nice little dreamy scene. We're gonna hit that bottom. Not that way. And then trim off the rest of this, and we'll be nearly done. We're so close. This has been a crazy long video for something I said. It's just going to be a simple tag. I'll put that up on my list of lies I tell myself on a regular basis. If you were here, I found it. I just needed to narrate it to myself. So we'll frame that up. Oh, it's cute. I'm going to drop our moon in here. And our little guy, who does not stand out in the way that I would like him to. Oh, this presents an issue. And then all this work to preserve the words. Oh, he can come right here. Do I like that better? Or do I want him to be like here? Yes. But how do I make him stand out more? With a white piece of paper. Hold the thought. Okay, then I'm going to color yellow. Because it stands out. I just have these on my desk. There is no reason for them. I could have used anything else. Look at that ugly splotch. Okay. New strategy. Start here. Pick a color. Work this way. Okay, that's good enough. This needs to go to the sink. Dry it off real quick. Ooh, idea. Okay. It's the downside to having a bunch of stuff stacked up on your desk so that you're ready for anything, is that now everything is in your way. Eeh. Including your light. Hold on. Sorry. Should have been more prepared. Was not. Opal magic, opal magic. Ugh. I got it. Don't worry. This is what we were looking for, which is the opal magic wax in the color Royal Robes. Because yellow is boring, but yellow with secret pinky purpley flash, interesting. And now the yellow's more toned like our paper, but yellow, pinky flash. Okay, so with some glue, glue this guy down. Weird little eyes. I have so many of these now. I never need to buy these again, these little wood shapes. In fact, honestly, I think I've only bought 2 myself, which are the keys and the clocks. Everything else I have of these has been gifted to me. So please don't gift them to me. I have plenty. Now we're gonna press, make sure that gets all stuck down nice and good. And then we're gonna cut them out. I'm gonna cut at an angle that puts like the bottom of my scissors underneath the piece, to avoid any like little peeking out dudes of paper to worry about. It's just gonna get trickier as we get into these little corners, and I may have to come in with my knife. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come in towards the top here with my knife because I cannot get my scissors in there. At least definitely not at an angle. Cut it out. So let's see. Oh, I love that. It's like a nice, like dusty pinky yellow sort of color underneath, but it has just a little bit of visual interest. Little tiny corners are so fussy, but the end result will be so worth it. This guy is so cute. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. Probably gonna have some pizza. It's bad movie night with my friend, my best friend. So we're gonna be watching some bad movies. And I usually eat pizza rolls when we do that. Although, has been a minute since I've had some Chipotle. So, there's that. Although, after the last debacle, I should probably just go back to being a Freebirds girly, because Freebirds never does me like that. Oh, I love it. He's like all tucked in the clouds. What a cutie patootie. Okay, let's take him down. I think this will be enough for this guy, because it's paper to paper, because the paper's already stuck to the wood. I don't know about that guy, though. I might use my glossy accents. And I guess the question is, do I want to put the words on the front or the back? No, like I could. But that brown is so out of place. So yeah, it probably goes on the back. And then, what did I say? Glossy accents. So let me stick the word down on the back before I commit to the bit and then get frustrated with myself. And then, because in my brain, these are all on the cabinet, it's got to get inked up like this. So it looks like a compartment of my cabinet. That's my idea. Is that every tag is going to be like a spot on the cabinet. This is just for me. This back part that will barely be seen. It's only because I put so much on there. I re-inked my scorched timber oxide, and so I had to like work in the re-inker, so it is all in that little sponge dauber now. And I did that days ago, so for it to still be like this juicy is outrageous. So we know which one this is for. And then I don't think I want to add anything else. I think the tag speaks for itself. I was like, maybe some words or something, but I feel like the cradle song of the clouds in the background are doing it. Why am I being so stingy? So, I've somehow made a very bulky tag without putting a lot of bulk on it. Just two big old chunky wooden pieces. But, here's our Somniate tag. To dream or make sleepy. I think this works. I think it's the vibe. I think it's the nighttime vibe that I was going for. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And come back tomorrow and see what I do for the next day of a cabinet of Curiosiprompts. That's hashtag Curiosiprompts. Make sure that you check out Tiff's video over at Amethyst Raven 342 so that you guys can see what cool things she made. And if you are following along, if you're crafting with us, definitely use the hashtag so we can find you. I will, as per my usual, put everybody on a playlist so that they're easier to find. But I can't put you on the playlist if I don't know that you're joining, so use the hashtag so I can find you easy. And that's going to be it for me, guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, happy crafting, and goodbye.